Lord, kiss the my haters, I wish them well. Get up on my level, I'm sending them straight to hell. We all in your city, your name ain't ringing a bell. All this motion on my cell, you would think I got it for sale. It was Friday, I met him up by the shell. He took me to the bank, cause he sent me too much for sale. Keeping secrets, he know that I never tell. It's a bird, it's a plane, oh, it's coming in through the mail. I'm a lane switcher, shapeshifter, gold grill, plane, so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, jet set, way quicker. Made if I'ma go to date with ya.
I ripped it. All these on my two first, no dribble. These always talking pillar. Thing like scissor. Like youngest, I'm about my business. Yeah, they know what's up. Glizzock never gave up. All I know is go and get this damn bread. Don't go against the grain, ain't taking off your damn head. I'm running up this door, I almost broke my damn leg. Out here broke, they damn nerd. Damn lil' mama bad as but they diamonds on me fight, neck and wrist, I can Tina. Orange Richard Mill on me dancing just like Bia. Going against Glizzock, wouldn't wanna be a.
I'm a lane switcher, shapeshifter, gold grill, plane, so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, jet set, way quicker. Maybe if I'ma go to date with ya.
Stay with me, you ain't gotta go, you can with me. We can hang out, do the day with me. I'm trying to be a man, it can stay friendly. We could do the beach, we could hang out. Get her in the ego to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams. Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you around if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job.
Miami has a Dolphins, the greatest football team.
Always have their two hands out, like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this love? So I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tyrell Dotson there on the tackle. When you look at this defense, they've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Throwing is Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Stafford now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. You look at this Baltimore defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. That one complete to McConkey. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He'll try to do it himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Up the middle, Achane. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Out route to Hill, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's Stafford. And this one finds McConkey. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Achane fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Wow, and that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Oh, And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Picked off by Malachi Starks. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Jackson locates Hardman for another catch. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. And Jackson throwing once more. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Now Stafford. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry now for Alexander Madison. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Stafford. On target over the middle to Hill. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Now he'll tuck this and run. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now it's Stafford. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Ochan. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stafford looks to throw again. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Monday. Hey.
Stafford now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
180. 10.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. With a pick. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Jackson now. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Ravens.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. A check down here for Henry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Jackson going to change things up a bit. They'll look to throw again. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Kevontae Turpin as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 1-touchdown ball game. 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They go play action now. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Well, just shy of midfield. Here's second down and 7. Henry up the middle. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Throwing is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Ball at the 23, second and 8. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
50-50.
Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. So right side going to be caught by Hardman. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The end result, 21 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
A toss right to Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Now it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, 22.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Stay 50, stay 50.
1st and 10.
Here's Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Luke now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dolphins 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Stafford. Short throw caught by Dulcich. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Back to throw, Stafford. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the
From the gun, here's Stafford. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Again, it's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Set. 180. 21.
On 4th down, Stafford. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
13.
After the interception, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This is 2nd and 8. Oh, the out route, he finds Hardman. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Hey, middle. No, we changed it.
Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We changed it. Middle. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up. Go. Hey, I got him, man.
Again, Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll give Henry another shot. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now Lamar changing the look. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Report. Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Jackson now. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Ravens add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
So gain of 7 makes it 3rd and 2.
40 guys.
Now it's Stafford. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now Stafford. They complete it to Hill. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And middle. Yellow lady.
They'll run. H.M. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. But we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
No, we changed it. What ain't it? What? Oh. Hey. What is it?
Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points.